Thank you for joining us in learning how to complete a PA-1000 Schedule A for the Property Tax Rent Rebate Program. The PA-1000 Schedule A is used by property owners who either move during the application year or by someone applying on behalf of a property owner who passed away during the application year. This form helps to determine the amount of property taxes paid during the application year, which is necessary to calculate the correct rebate amount. Applicants should complete the Schedule A if they moved during the application year and owned a home for any portion of that time. This could include selling one home and purchasing another, moving from an owned home into a rental property, or renting a residence before buying a home. In any example, if the applicant owned and lived in a property for part of the application year, they must complete the Schedule A to accurately report the property taxes paid during their time of ownership. Additionally, if you are applying on behalf of someone who passed away during the application year, the Schedule A must be used to determine the portion of property taxes that can be claimed for the time they owned and lived in that home. It is important to note, in any of these situations when completing the Schedule A, you must still include proof of the property taxes paid for the application year along with the application. Begin by entering the applicant's name and Social Security number at the top of the form. If you are completing the Schedule A online, this information can be typed in. Please note, if you choose to handwrite the information on this form, please make sure that you legibly print and that you use either blue or black ink so that our machines can scan the form properly. Next, fill in the address of the applicant's first home. Include the street, city, state, and zip code. Then, to the right of the address, list the dates of when the applicant occupied the home by providing the first and last day they lived at that address. For example, if the applicant lived at that address from the beginning of January through the end of June, you would enter month 1, day 1, and month 6, day 30. For deceased applicants who did not move during the application year, start with January 1 as the first date and enter the date of death as the last date. You do not need to fill out the second home section. If the applicant moved during the application year, fill in the address of the second home, including the street, city, state, and zip code. To the right of that address, you will list the date the applicant moved into the second home and the last day of the application year as the end date. For example, if the applicant moved into the second home on July 1st, you would put month 7, day 1, and month 12, day 31. Please note, if the applicant rented at any time during the application year, do not include that rental address on this form. Next, on line 1, enter the total amount of property taxes paid for each home during the application year. Next, determine the number of days the applicant owned and lived in each home, and list that figure on line 2. Then on line 3, you will divide the number of days from line 2 by the total number of days in the application year. Normally, an application year has 365 days, unless it was a leap year, in which you would use 366 days. Round this figure to 2 decimal places and write it as a percentage on line 3. On line 4, multiply the property tax amount from line 1 by the percentage on line 3. Please remember to complete these steps for both the first and second home if applicable. Finally, add together both amounts from line 4, if there are 2 homes, and write the total on line 5. Once all lines of the PA-1000 Schedule A have been completed, you will need to list the figure from line 5 of the Schedule A on line 14 of the PA-1000 application form or the next schedule that pertains to you. Did you know you can file your property tax rent rebate application and all related schedules online at no cost using mypath.pa.gov? Need help? Check out our easy-to-follow Revenue 411 videos to guide you through the process step by step. No paper, no math. Use MyPath. It's fast, secure, and you'll receive instant confirmation that your application has been submitted. No guessing, no mailing delays.